Hi everyone! 1 month ago, I decided to dig up an old project I made to finish and publish it. The idea is very simple. A local 2-player snake with power-ups and effects. The game is made in Unity and, well, it runs pretty great, I'm proud of it. The main reason for that is because it's the first project I finished in 5 years of game development. But why? And how this time I managed to finish it? The main reason is motivation. If you're a game developer, or you like creating projects like videos or build things, you probably already know this problem. Getting motivated to create something is not very hard for me, but staying motivated after weeks of development can be difficult. I made a ton of projects since I discovered programming, but every time I lacked motivation, even if the idea was at first brilliant or original or funny. But this time I decided to finish one project and publish it. I thought a lot about how I can keep motivation with me and came up with 5 concepts that I find important for every indie game developer, or even for anyone who'd like to create any kind of project. One, keep it simple. The first thing to do when creating something is to start small and simple, and then, step by step, add complexity and features. In game development, this concept is known as prototyping. You first write down your ideas, your core mechanics, and then you create the simplest project you can for it to work. After that, you can add features, graphics, effects, sounds, etc. until you can either scrap the project because you don't feel it, pause it to continue later, or continue right now. In each case, you only spent a few days on it, so it's not a big waste of time. And you probably learn stuff while creating it, so you are ready to move on. 2. Keep track of everything. Picking up my old project, I wanted to have a clear view of what is already done, what I want to add, what is important, what is not, etc. And the best way I found to do that is to use a to-do list manager, like Trello. Here, I can add boards for each project I have. And then add lists. And finally, labels. Each label represents something to do, and I can assign colors to specify if it is important or not. It is also good for groups, and you can add permissions to anyone who needs to access your list. Here, for example, is my snakeboard, in French. I have 4 lists: to do, details, in progress, and done. Details are stuff that I will probably not do, but I noted them to keep track of everything. I also assign colors on my tasks. The green stuff is for Windows, yellow stuff for the Android version. The main reason to do that is first to lower the stress. Every idea, bug, or whatever you find interesting to think can be written here and accessed whenever you want, so you don't have to constantly think of everything. Second, you can see everything you have already done. If you feel that your motivation is going away, then look at all the work you already done. Look at what big problems you already encountered and solved. This way, I didn't feel demotivated at all, and swapping tasks from to do to done is very satisfying. 3. Get as much independence as you can and stop procrastinating. This one, I think, is the key to my project. I'm an 18 years old student and I live with my parents, so I have to go to school which takes me roughly a total of 2 hours each day. I had a computer at home but shared with my family. I also have other activities and needs, etc. So I decided to buy a portable computer and also to organize myself. I can now work wherever I want and optimize my days. I can, for example, work on the bus, or in my midday pause, or at home, or in the morning. I also try to keep only a few moments a day on social media or on video games to avoid breaking my planning. Procrastinating is a motivation and production killer, in my opinion, and getting rid of it made me more concentrated on the important stuff. 4. Always stay curious. As a developer, I always need to improve my skills. Indeed, learning new languages, discovering updates on software, or simply finding inspiration is important. It helps to stay motivated, and it's always useful. My best source of knowledge is, of course, YouTube, where I follow a lot of programming channels, but also biology, mathematics, physics, and even social channels. This way, every day I have at least one video to watch when I have 10 minutes to spend. If it is in English, I can improve my comprehension skills. If it is in French, I can chill or even do something else while watching. And finally 5. Share your content for the feedback. Family, friends, social media. Share your creations everywhere even if it's not finished. You'll get more motivated than ever, and even criticism can be helpful. Documenting is also a good idea. I will try on this channel to document some of my projects, to show things I find cool, or to explain something I find interesting. To conclude, I think that the key to success is not the number of downloads of your games, views on your videos, or likes on your posts, but to finish and feel proud about your project. Even if my Little Snake game is a concept that has already been made, I feel proud of creating on my own all the mechanics, the menus, and the effects. I learned so much on this project, and now I'm ready to start something new. This was my first YouTube video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to comment and subscribe. I will post new content as soon as I can. You can also download the game on itch.io or on Android. The links are in the description. Thanks for watching.